This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Pennsylvania. I'm here with Taryn Hart. Since 2021, this million-dollar producer is helping you buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. I'm joined with Taryn today. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Thank you, Gary.
Taryn, let me ask you, obviously you were formally educated at the University of Dayton as well as Sinclair Community College. You've worked in relocation management as well as social media. You have a passion for entertainment. Now in real estate, in less than a year, you've already sold more than $1 million. Share with me why this decision and now passion of real estate you're in.
Well, I've done a lot with sales, but real estate particularly interested me because it wasn't just a sales job. I really appreciate what it does for people. Just getting somebody into their first home, their new home, is really about getting them onto the next step and journey in their life. I just really love seeing at the end of the process, you get to experience with them the joy that it really brings to their life. You know, you're really helping changing somebody's life, not just another sale.
Not just another sale, something that's satisfying for both parties, obviously. You live in one of the fastest growing areas of Pennsylvania, which is specifically the Cranberry Township. What do you feel attracts home buyers to that area and the surrounding areas?
Well, Butler County is actually known for their low taxes and really wide expansion. They're really putting a lot into their infrastructure. It really attracts families because the school systems here, they're really putting into a lot into investing into commercial development here as well. And there's a lot of growth here. So commercial growth, there's a lot of land that can still be built on. And there's just a lot of opportunity here in Butler County, specifically Cranberry Township.
Interesting. Speaking of investing, I mean, since 2021, you have continued to gain knowledge in the real estate market. Why do you think real estate continues to be a preferred investment in many portfolios?
Well, it's something that will always be pretty stable, I think, for a lot of people. So, if you invest in real estate, you're really going to get a dollar for dollar return on investment. So throughout the pandemic, a lot of people have seen a shift in their lives in general. So, people have lost their jobs. They don't know what they're going to do, right? So a lot of industries have really been affected by that. So they're not really sure what their next move is going to be, literally and figuratively. So we've seen an uptick in investors. So they're going to flip properties. They're going to rent out properties. And then a lot of people have become a realtor during the pandemic. So,
Sure.
We've seen a lot of shift in the market, obviously. It was a seller's market. Maybe it's going back to a buyer's market. Maybe we've seen inflation, then interest rates kind of come back. But real estate is always going to be there. People are always going to need places for their places of business. They're always going to need to buy and sell homes. So real estate is always going to be a source of stability for a lot of people, whether they're looking to make money off of it or they're going to need the place to buy their home, they're going to sell their home. So real estate is kind of where it's out for everybody, whether you're on one side of the coin or another.
That is true. And like you say, basically they're not making any more land, so obviously it's kind of a rare commodity as well. Not only as an investment, but for some, like a first-time home buyer. I mean, really, it's still the American dream. Do you enjoy assisting them on that journey?
Of course. They're already overwhelmed. They have a lot of questions. They want to get out of renting. Renting is always very expensive. Renting has a lot of its benefits, obviously. It's usually seen as a temporary option. Home ownership is always going to be a good investment. I do want to get them started on that right path. And I want to always be part of their journey. And I want to be that source, that trusted source. When they don't know what to do, and I want to get them into that first home. And then when the time comes, I want to sell that first starter home, and I want to get them into what's hopefully that forever home for them too.
Interesting. I mean, for first-time home buyers, or really any buyers, it's an exciting process, yet at the same time, it's overwhelming, kind of a scary process. Are you able to hold their hand through each step of the way as they kind of navigate that process that has many moving pieces?
Yeah, because I always want them to know I'm going to be there when they don't know what the next step in the process is. And it's always not going to be a smooth process, right? There might be problems along the way. Maybe they got outbid on the home that they really wanted. Maybe there's going to be a problem with an inspection. Then they're not going to know what to do next. And so, of course, my experience now is, okay, so here's what's going to happen. Here's what we need to do to be able to get them into that home that they want.
As a professional realtor, how important is that constant communication with the client throughout the process? I mean, you try to keep yourself accessible, and do you enjoy getting to know your clients and their needs?
Absolutely. I want my clients to know that I'm available for them 7 days a week. They can contact me at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then we're going to write offers, late into the night if that's what it takes to get that house. I want them to know I'm willing to do what it takes to be there for them. And they can always come to me with any questions, whether they think it's a stupid question, whether they think they've already asked it before. I want them to know that I'm going to be there for them no matter what. So, yeah.
I mean, a real estate is a large financial transaction. I mean, it's not to be taken lightly. Why is it important when selling that they're not tempted to go with a for sale by owner, but instead really have a professional in their corner?
Yeah. Well, usually because when you put something on the multi-list system and you have a professional sign out front, chances are it's going to be a better value for you. You're not going to shortchange yourself, or you're not going to overprice it, and it's going to sit for a long time. As professionals, we typically know what the value in the market is. And if we price it right the first time, and it's not going to sit for you, then chances are it's going to move a lot quicker, and you're going to get, the right value for that home.
Absolutely. Always great to have a professional. I mean, there's more that goes on behind the scenes than most people realize when it comes to buying a home. I mean, as you've continued your real estate career, you have now chosen EXP as you've continued to advance in the industry. Why do you feel they were a great fit for you?
Well, EXP has a lot of great benefits, such as an ownership share for its realtors, a lot of great support system. I came on with Sadler Priest this week, so I really appreciate his help getting started there. I did leave Realty One. That was a hard decision. It was a really great start to my career. It was really not about really who I was with, but just where I see myself going in the future. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough question to answer, but right.
Yep, you bet. I mean, when I read reviews out there on you, even from other professionals in the real estate industry, I see words like compassion, work ethic, loyalty. I mean, they're basically stating you're worth your weight in gold. Is there satisfaction for you in seeing others succeed? I mean, improve their investment portfolio, or maybe get that well-deserved dream home?
Absolutely. All I can do is my best. And so when I do see those good reviews, I do get those referrals, both from my colleagues and my past clients. I mean, it really does mean the world to me, just knowing that people do value me on that level, and that I am really doing the job that I set out to do. I mean, that's all anybody can ask for, right? And that I can just keep going on that path to, get more people into those homes that they so want. So.
Interesting. Now with EXP and your assistant Canine Henry by your side, is it rewarding serving your community? I mean, is this your way of giving back?
It really is, because, I spend so much time with each client knowing that, I didn't just sell a house. Maybe sounds cliche, but I sold a dream, because they're going to be living in that house because, what I did, I helped somebody do. And they got that house because, we worked on that together.
Yep.
It wasn't just me. We had to work as a team. The buyers had to make it happen. The listing agent had to make it happen. So, I did the work, but we all made it happen.
That is great. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, and what you're going to see is her website. On the website, there's a great search engine right there to find your dream home or your next investment property. Check out her Facebook page as well. She'll share new listings that have come up, as well as some great closings she's had, and give you some tips in the real estate market. Obviously, you can find Taryn at EXP, providing superior service while ensuring honesty, integrity, and professionalism. Buy or sell, she'll do it well. Looking to invest, she'll do it the best. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.